Hello students, how are you? As we have begun the chapter Diamond Necklace written by Guy de Maupassant. So now we are going to continue. We were on the second page, but I would like to recapitulate with you. It is Diamond Necklace, and the character is Madame Loisel and his husband, who was not a rich man. She married to a clerk, a normal person, and he one day he got invitation from his office to go to the ministerial party, but she was having no dress. Anyhow, his husband has arranged amount and gave to her for purchasing a dress, and finally she asked for the jewel from the madam, and she has given the jewel that she wanted for. So here the last here. Now in the picture you can see that Madame Forrester is giving the necklace to the Madame Loisel. Here, the day of the ball arrived. Madame Loisel was a great success. She was the prettiest of all, elegant, gracious, smiling, and full of gaiety. All the men noticed her, asked her name, and wished to waltz with her. So, as everything was arranged and the day of the party came, Madame Loisel was a great success. She was really looking beautiful. Whatever she want, she was having. She was looking the prettiest, graceful, smiling, beautiful lady, full of cheerfulness and joy, because she was the most beautiful lady at the party. Every man noticed her, means was looking at her, and everyone wants to dance with her. Waltz, a kind of ballroom dance. She danced with enthusiasm, with zeal, thinking of nothing, floating on a cloud of happiness. She and her husband left the ball at around 4 o'clock. Out in the street, they found no carriage and began to look for one. There was one in the distance. Means here we were. She danced with zeal, and she was floating on a cloud of happiness. Means she was very happy that she couldn't see anything else. She was only looking. Then at around 4 o'clock, she left a party. She and husband left the party. They just went out in the street where there were no carriage, and they were looking for one to return to their home. It took them as far as their door in Martyrs Street. They went up to their apartment. She stood in front of the glass for a final view of herself in glory, and suddenly uttered a cry. Her necklace was not around her neck. She turned towards her husband. I have, I have, I have no longer, I no longer have Madame Forrester's necklace. When she returned home, she was standing in front of the mirror. She wanted to have a final view, final look of herself, that how beautiful she was looking. But suddenly she uttered a cry, she shouted, she was weeping that now Madame Forrester necklace was not here in my neck. It means she lost it. And they looked in the folds of the dress, in the pockets, everywhere, but did not find it. They looked at each other, utterly cast down, feeling very disheartened, very sad. They find out everywhere. They have checked the dress, they have checked in the folds of the dress, in the pockets, but had happened. It will be necessary, he said, to write to your friend that you have broken the clasp of the necklace and that you will have it repaired. That will give us time. She wrote as he directed. Then her husband suggested her that she should convey the message that the chain of the necklace has been broken, and as it will be repaired, she will return to the Madame Forrester on time. Okay, so that by writing this, they will get the time, and she did the same. At the end of the week, they had lost all hope. Loisel declared, "We must take measures to replace this jewel." At the end of the week means they have searched, they have tried, but they didn't get necklace. Then her husband declared that now we have to take measures. We have to take some step to replace this jewel. We have to do something so that we can replace means we can take some other jewel to replace it. We can buy a new one to replace it. They went from jeweler to jeweler seeking a necklace like the lost one. In a shop, they found a necklace of diamonds which seemed exactly like the one they had borrowed. It was valued at 40,000 francs. Now they have checked in each and every shop. Finally, in one shop, they found the same, and the cost of it was. His father had left him. He borrowed the rest. And now what was Loisel having? Loisel was only having 18,000 and it was given by his father. Here in the picture, she is looking for her necklace. Next. When Madame Loisel took the jewel back to the Madame Forrester, the latter said in a cold tone, "You should have returned them to me sooner, for I might have needed them." She has purchased and went to return to her. And she said in some different tone that you should return it on time. I might have needed them. Madame Loisel now knew the horrible life of bare necessity. They had to pay this frightful debt and she would pay. They sent away the maid, they changed their lodgings. Now the reality was something else. It was that they have to pay the frightful debt because they were having 18,000 only. The rest 22,000 they have borrowed from someone else and they have to pay it back. So they sent their maid back. Means no maid was there. They changed their lodging means they changed their house, they changed their apartment. Next paragraph. She learned the heavy cares of a household, the hateful work of a kitchen. She washed the dishes and the soiled linen. The husband worked evening. Okay. Now, she learned the heavy cares of the household means she learned how to do household works. She do every work related to the kitchen. She washed dishes, she washed the linen cloth. Linen is a type of fabric used in the kitchen, used to spread on the table where you dine. And what about husband? Husband used to work in the evening and at night also. And they have passed such life. This life has taken at least 10 years. At the end of the 10 years, they had repaid all their debts. It took them 10 years to repay the borrowed money, the debts. Madame Loisel now seemed old as she had become downtrodden woman, a woman of a poor household. She was working day and night. She's doing everything. She was not at all as beautiful as she was. She was looking downtrodden, like old. One Sunday, she was taking a walk or walking. She suddenly saw Madame Forestier. Should she speak to her? Yes, certainly, why not? And now that she had paid, she would tell her all. So once she met after 10 years, once she met while she was walking or she was taking a walk on the road, when she saw Madam and she thought that she must talk to her. Yes, why not? She must. Then she approached her. Good morning, Jenny. She went to her and she wished her good morning. Have changed. Then as she have a look on her, she was surprised. Oh, what happened to her? Yes, yes, I have had some hard days and all because of you. Yes, yes, I know what happened to me. This is due to some hard days, problematic days, and that is because of you. Because of me? How is that? Forrester asked. Well, I lost the diamond necklace that you loaned me, that you gave me, that I have taken, that I borrowed from you. I returned another to you exactly like that, and it has taken us 10 years to pay for it. I lost that necklace that I have taken from you. I have whatever I have written is the another one, and it take 10 years to us to repay. Means to repay means when we purchased it and we have to again repay to the borrower. It took 10 years to us. Madame Forrester took both her hands as she said, oh, my poor Matilda, the diamonds were false. They were not worth more than 500 francs. As Madame Forrester came to know this reality, then she took her hands in her hands and she told her that it was not an original diamond necklace. The diamonds were false and the cost of the necklace was only 500 francs. And she has suffered a lot for that. So, this was your chapter. I hope that the chapter is quite clear to you. Still, difficult words in the book also. Thank you and have a nice day ahead. Enjoy your day.